Hello, my fellow fruit bats. Today we are making a bat hoodie, and I am so excited to be doing this. And today I'm going to do a little DIY for y'all. If you want to make one yourself, that'd be so cool. And here are the materials you'll need. You could honestly make this from scratch if you do a hoodie and then probably add like wing shape. But, here we go. So first, I'm starting off with this basic green hoodie, and I wanted to jazz it up. So first, you got to figure out what fabric you want. So I've had this fabric someone gave to me for a while ago, but originally I really wanted to do the green, but the four-way stretch is way better, so I went with the black, and I feel like the colors look a lot better. So you're going to get your hoodie, you're going to lay it out, and you're going to need to measure and draw a bat wing. And make sure you have enough fabric, because I was working with just scraps I had, so I had to triple check. And then we got into work mode and start cutting kind of make sure it fits. So I did it so it's bigger than the actual hoodie, so it kind of hangs at the ends. So then I'm going to pin my pattern down to my fabric. The fabric is folded, so I only have to cut it once and it's even both sides. I recommend using clips instead of pins like I first did, but whatever you got, use it and it should be fine. Once you got it all pinned down, I recommend adding some like weights to the end of it, so when you cut it, it doesn't like actually just fly away from you. So now you just cut around your pattern and move your weights so it doesn't move. I think the weights helped, honestly, maybe. No, they definitely did. So you just cut all around until you get to the end. So now we're going to go to the top where they're connected and remove the pins while we cut them right down the middle. So now I'm using a zigzag stitch around all the edges, and I'm trying to do like half of the stitch is going off of the fabric and the half of it is in the fabric. I was kind of I was going too fast. You got to go slow with this because I was kind of just zigzagging it down, but try to keep, honestly, you could do whatever you want, but I try to keep one side off and one side on. And I did that mainly all around, except like the inner part that goes inside the hoodie, because that'd just be extra work. But I did do the ends because those pieces do hang off of the hoodie. So now in the points of the wing, I'm going from each point to the middle of the wing, adding like a slight angle to it, and then I'm doing that with each corner. There are 3 corners, I believe, that I'm doing. And of course, have fun with it. Do whatever color combo you want. I just did green to kind of match the hoodie to bring it together so it feels more cohesive. And I definitely recommend using a 4-stretch fabric. And of course, get your little seam threads. And now we're going to kind of seam where the hedge is. We're all going to cut all along that. You could definitely spend more time with this and use like a seam ripper to do this way more nicely. But this is just for myself. I'm just doing it for fun. So no need to get too fancy for me. Now that that's done, we're just going to open it. And I'm going to just slightly see how I want it to go. At first, I freaked out that a little too much, but it's okay. So, I laid it both out, bad sides out, and then the good sides in on the top side for the arm, and then I flipped it, and then now I'm pinning the sides and the bottom. I hope that makes sense. You kind of see what I'm doing. Honestly, I don't know how the hell I did this, but I pinned them together, and so, yeah. We're not going to completely sandwich it yet. We're just doing a first stitch to keep it together. Once we got this, we're going to sew it bad sides out in the sewing machine. And I'm starting from the armpit, working my way down because you want it to stay together in the middle so it's more symmetrical and doesn't just end up eating all one side, because it is stretchy fabric. It will stretch. So I'm just doing kind of like, I guess, a base stitch, just a straight stitch, basically. And then we're going to do that for the arms and the chest. And I'm going all the way to the end with the little hanging pieces there too. And once you get to the end, after you started from the armpit going to the bottom, you're going to cut it off and then go back to the middle and then stitch there too. I hope this makes sense. I'm so sorry. Once you've stitched that, we're going to take it back to our table. So the bad sides are out and the good side is in. And we're just kind of putting the wing inside of the hoodie. And we're going to start sandwiching it from the armpit seams so it's symmetrical or like based together. So you snip that together, making sure to have all 3 layers of fabric together. And then line it up as best as you can. And then you just do a stitch down there. I did like 2 stitches for each just to make sure it was extra secure. And I first only mended or like stitched the arm first, and then after I did that, I then pinned the side just to make sure nothing got eaten inside. So now that it's all pinned up, we're gonna stitch that down, and being so excited it's actually working. And I personally recommend doing like completely doing like 2 stitches at least, just for extra security, in case you want to get all down and funky. I don't know. But okay, now we're doing a fun part. We're adding ears with this scrap fabric I have that kind of matches, but it's close enough, so you know we're going to do that. Now I'm just tracing it on some, I just drew up a little ear shape. And I have this plastic from this box of poly pellets I use for other crafts. And I'm going to use it as like a thing to keep it more sturdy inside, in between the ears, so they stand better. So first I'm just sewing the ear with the black fabric for the inside the ear, and then the green fabric for the back. So you just do a first stitch. You do not sew the bottoms together. But once you do that, you're going to stitch the plastic to it so it will stay together only on one side. Don't fold it inside out yet. So after we do all that, we're going to cut it out. And yep, we're just cutting it out. And you make sure to keep the bottom open. Then you can carefully flip it inside out. And now I marked where I wanted the ears. I put it on and marked it first. And watch me be an absolute dumbass and completely miss where I cut it, like a silly goose. Don't do what I did. Cut where you want it to be, not into the middle of your... I mean, hey, maybe you want to add a unicorn hoarder hair. But, you know, that's not really what I intended. But make sure it fits. And here's me first realizing my mistake. I cut the hole in the wrong spot, chat. Wait! Oh, chat, I'm an idiot. Wait a minute. Oops. Wow. Absolute. I even marked it, and I'm an idiot. Jesus. Okay, now that's done. I honestly don't know exactly how I did this. I just kind of shoved it in there and then sandwiched it like a sandwich and sewed it closed. So, and you kind of, with this hoodie, it's like 2 layers of fabric, so you got to make sure it's all sewn in there. And it's on the top of your head. Oh, never mind. I was like, no one's gonna see it. Okay, I'm short, so people will probably see it, but I don't care. It's there, it works, it does the job, it's ears. So just make sure it's all sewn in and there's not like any gaps. I mean, unless you want gaps, that'd be fun. I was gonna add piercings, but honestly, I was so over this project. Those ears pissed me off. But with all that, the bat hoodie is done. And honestly, turned out pretty good. Not originally what I imagined. I originally was going to do it green to be like my fursona that I drew like a year ago. But hey, this honestly looks good and it matches my pants, so I cannot complain. Especially with the ears, so fun. This was such a fun project, actually. Honestly, there's a ton of different ways you could do this. And see, definitely get the 4-stretch fabric so you can move a lot easier. Definitely recommend that. And if you don't want to make one, here's some recommendations of other shops I've seen, like, actually, like, sell these types of hoodies. Like, I've seen quite a few of them before online, so those are really cool. You should check them out. And here's me absolutely just having the blast of my life with these wings. I relate to bats. I love bats so much. I don't know if you guys could tell. And then I added one of my little bat plushies in there. And of course, we got those non-self-promo. The bat plushies were stock on the 20th of each month. And of course, we got bat bracelets in there. And those little bat keychains on my neck. Well, it's just a keychain. I plan on doing a restock in the future, but I don't know if anyone wants them. But yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I have some other bat fun clothing DIYs I have planned in the future. So let me know. Well, I'm going to do them either way, but yay. Let me know if you guys want to do them or tag me. I'd love to see. Why am I doing all my poses? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. Anyway, have a good day. Bye.
It's no use. It's no use. It's my knees. Oh, good Lord.
Ah, kitty.